Thanks for tuning into the BoshNRoll channel. Liking the video and subscribing to the channel are free and easy for you, and they help me out a lot. If you want to go further with your support, Patreon and YouTube membership offer access to the BoshNRoll Discord community, early access to lists, written content, things like that. You can have me play your deck on the channel, and the highest tiers come with individual coaching sessions. If you use YouTube membership, you also get sweet badges and emotes integrated here into YouTube. You can support the channel while you shop at tcgplayer.com by using my affiliate link in the video description, and you can play any deck anytime by using a cardhoarder.com loan account on Magic Online. If you want to wear your support, check out the merch store. And of course, thanks for being here. Now let's go play some Magic. Welcome back for another BoshNRoll Legacy video. Today, at the request of Patreon subscriber King of the Depths, I am playing with Streets of New Capenna cards. King of the Depths gave me a dealer's choice to just play with the cards from the new set in whatever format I want, in whatever way I want. And something I'm very excited about emerging as a multi-format all-star is Ledger Shredder. This is a 1/3 flyer for 2 mana, 1 and a blue. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, Ledger Shredder connives. And connive is draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, put a +1 counter on this creature. This thing is obviously pretty good on stats. 3 is a pretty high number of toughness to start with on a 2-drop. The first connive gets it out of lightning bolt range, and it has flying, so the damage is going to add up quick. And until you see this thing in play, it's really hard to visualize how often it connives, because it's constantly, like sometimes twice in a turn, because it's whenever a player casts their second spell in a turn, and there are 2 players in the game, and there's 2 turns in a turn cycle. This thing can connive a lot if you're flinging spells back and forth, which this mono blue Delver deck is built to do. I don't know if mono blue is a better shell for this thing than just jamming a few of them into existing Izzet shells, but this is definitely different and fun to showcase on the channel. This looks like the mono blue Pauper deck, except with legacy quality threats in it. A lot of the spells are the same, honestly, like Gutshot, Vapor Snag, Spell Pierce, Preordain, Ponder Brainstorm. These are all Pauper cards, but you get Force of Will at the top, and Brazen Borrower is awesome. And of course, Murktide Regent, which conveniently gets your graveyard full with Ledger Shredder because you're conniving, you're looting constantly. As Shredder grows, it feeds Murktide. It's a pretty messed up system here. Another Streets of New Capenna card that I'm excited about is Unlicensed Hearse. I made top 8 of the Star City 5K at SCGCon Pittsburgh, playing Izzet Delver with 1 Unlicensed Hearse in my sideboard, and I didn't get to play it at all. It just never came up in any of my matches during that tournament. But the theory of this card is it just kind of hoses the Delver mirror, where everybody boards out their forces, or at least Izzet Delver boards out forces in the mirror. The answers to stuff are Pyroblast, Lightning Bolt, and maybe a Brazen Borrower. Unlicensed Hearse, you can't Pyroblast it. You activate it twice, it's out of bolt range. It controls their Murktides, it keeps them off Delirium, and eventually you're just housing with a 6/6 or an 8/8, and that's a really difficult thing to beat. So I'm excited to try it in this deck as well, with all the same theory. And of course there's Uro in the format, there's Life from the Loam in the format. You can use all your blue counterspells and surgical extractions to survive the first 2 turns against decks like Reanimator or Dredge, and then Unlicensed Hearse just becomes Leyline of you can't win until you answer this thing. There's a lot of upside on Unlicensed Hearse, and I think people are onto it because this card is like $6 on Magic Online, which is a lot for a rare in a currently drafting set. So it must be getting played somewhere in reasonable numbers if it commands that price tag. The rest of this deck is just blue cards and free spells from Magic's history that are great. Got Hydroblast, Stifle, a couple of Back to Basics in the sideboard, Energy Flux for 8 cast, True Name Nemesis for the decks that can't answer it. Ratchet Bomb, turns out in mono blue, removal's not great, so Ratchet Bomb is about as good as it's going to get. That clears out Chalice the Void and whatever. And one of my favorite cards, Winter Orb. Haven't seen this one in a deck in a long time. Players only untap 1 land during the untap steps. This deck can play on 1 or 2 lands pretty easily, but a lot of decks can't. So that's a hammer in the matchups it's for. And this is Mono Blue Delver. Let's get in here and see how fast we can shred these ledgers. It is my honor to announce the Oklahoma Land Run Championships for 2022. This is a tournament series run out of Game HQ in their fabulous retail store in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The Legacy and Vintage Open Championships will be held Saturday, July 23rd and Sunday, July 24th of 2022. Both tournaments have a $100 entry, 2K value prize pool guaranteed, and scale up with attendance. Proxies are allowed for reserve list cards. Prizes in the past have included dual lands and pieces of Power 9. These tournaments are run at cost, and the more players that show up, the better the prize pool becomes. If you're planning to make the trip and you want to try to earn a buy, talk to your local game store about reaching out to the Land Run to run a trial. The winner of each trial gets a buy at a main event. I encourage you to take this opportunity to support an independent tournament organizer running paper, legacy, and vintage for big prizes. This is the future of Eternal formats. I hope you make your plans to attend today. All registration links and information is in the video description below. Gutshot is a hot one. If I Gutshot Noble Hierarch and Wasteland their Horizon Canopy. Wow, that's interesting. All right, I'm going to put back Ethereal Forager and Ledger Shredder, and Regent, right? Does it matter? Which one would I rather have in my hand? I guess I'm not shuffling either of them because my Wasteland plan. Okay, I'm going to put back these two threats because that's what's just happening anyway. I can Gutshot Hierarch now, or I could go to my turn and do it. Yeah, I'm going to let this Thalia resolve. Because if they just play another Hierarch, all right, yeah. So now I want to target Thalia instead of the other thing. And Wasteland just got a lot worse as well. Okay, so Thalia slows down Gutshot a lot, but Gutshot's pretty fucked up against this deck. I think I want to invest in my Ledger Shredder. Yeah, playing that second creature was rough. Oh, I can pay one for Gutshot to kill Thalia, then snap Gutshot, which gets a Connive and kills another creature. Spirit of the Lab. All right, well, that's the other creature I'm killing. I guess I have to kill that one first. Bummer, because, oh yeah, they got me. Yeah, Connive is not an option. Oh, I get to draw one card this turn. All right, we're still good. Still live for now. I can grow my Shredder, or I can discard the Wasteland. I think I'd rather have Wasteland than another island. All right, and now it's daytime. Okay, so if I kill Spirit, then I can't also kill Thalia. But if I kill Thalia, then I lose a card to Spirit. I guess I could do this all on their turn, and then I don't actually lose a card at all. That's probably the way to do it. That also flips, or connives Ledger Threader as an instant. All right, I'm just going to fetch right now before they can mess with me. Or I can Gutshot Thalia now, so it stays daytime, and then snap Gutshot on their turn. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's still 2 spells, and it stays daytime. Okay, cool. That works. Might be able to get some action in combat here, too. Another Hierarch. Okay, attacking with this 4/4. That happens. Then I'm going to Snapcaster Gutshot. Target Gutshot. Gutshot the Spirit. I get to Connive. Do I want to start growing Shredder? I could grow Shredder and double block here. I get blown out by Swords to Plowshares. There's one card left in hand over there. I think Daze is looking pretty bad this game, so I will grow the Shredder. Then, if you have Plow, you have Plow. If you have Plow, you're Hellbent, and I'm jamming Murktide Regent. Yeah, I kind of want to flush out a Plow here. Deal. That was sweet. Okay, one card in hand. Oh, I can waste both your lands, but if I waste one of your lands, you can just draw a card with the other. Yeah, that's not actually good. I could Wasteland. I could also just cast Brainstorm, see what happens. I could also play Murktide Regent and leave up Brazen Borrower. I think I'm going to start by attacking with Snapcaster Mage. I could Brainstorm. Yeah, I think turning these Wastelands into spells is probably better than trying to waste at this point in the game. And put back one of these and Ethereal Forager. Would I rather forage? Probably not. Just trying to get big here. Murktide Regent. There it is. And there's my Wasteland. Do I want a Wasteland now? I think so. I think wasting waste is a reasonable thing to do here. Just take them off a mana. Oh god, what have I done? Wow! Solitude was the last card in hand, and not wasting them actually let them cast it. Yeah, should have just wasted on my turn, apparently. I was trying to squeeze their options on the Horizon Canopy. But yeah, just walked right into that one. Also discarded Daze a turn ago. Mistakes were made. It's cool, though. Alright, Ponder. I don't believe I want this Wasteland. Yeah, they have so many mana dinguses. And Spell Pierce is real bad in this matchup. Shuffle this up. Another Shredder. Unfortunately, that is my second spell, all on its own. I could Forager here. They get a big attack with Solitude, but I'm going to have to ponder my way out of that anyway. But I have Snapcaster that also likes pondering. I think I want to Forage here. Is Snapcaster going to block next turn? It is not, so I'm just going to attack first, actually. If they give me this trade, I am ecstatic. If they don't, this is the race we're having anyway. All right, Ledger Shred, or Ethereal Foragers here. When it attacks, I get a Ponder. Drawing with the Horizon Canopy. It's time. Found a Wasteland. I do love how this deck does not care about Wasteland. Oof, and me without a Daze. Wrist. Alright, yeah, killing Forager makes some sense. Probably losing the Birds of Paradise. Oh, sacking a Noble Hierarch. There must be another color in this deck, because Hierarch is way better. They also could have gone to combat. Missed the damage there, but... Oh. Oh, they have to protect Grist. That's great. Alright, bouncing Solitude is not exactly sexy, but leaving Grist in play is not an option. I'm going to bounce Solitude, and then finish off Grist. And I have the Force of Will. I don't really want to spend it. I probably wouldn't force a Solitude on Snapcaster Mage anyway. Spirit of the Lab. That's actually awful. I could also just cast one spell a turn for the rest of the game. Alright, I'm going to try that plan. Get in with flyers. The Force of Will is nice. Time to just start pressuring. I can also shred on their turn, just not on mine. I think I'd rather Brazen Borrow this turn, just get my flyer in and start attacking. Okay, one card in hand and it's Solitude. I am going to Force of Will this. I need the clock. And the lifelink is a huge problem. I could Snapcaster to trade with this, but I think we can do better. Can we do better? If I trade with this, and then I can Brazen Borrow next turn. Yeah, actually, I like Snapcastering here for the trade. Because this card's also shutting down my Ledger Shredder. Force Pitching Force is the play. And now they have no cards in hand and no clock. If I draw a cantrip, I get to connive. Oh, that might be better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I attack first. I think actually Brazen Borrowing is better because if I draw a land, I can double spell next turn. Okay. No longer excited about double spelling. But they're going to have to block sooner than later. Another Borrower, that's good shit. Attack, see what you want to do about blocking. Okay, we cleared the Spirit right away. Big fan of that. And I could Ledger Shredder now. That is another flyer. Yeah, that puts lethal on the board with the Brazen Borrower if I bounce Birds of Paradise and attack for 4. It's also a blocker for Noble Hierarch just in case that becomes a thing I'm worried about. But flying is so good in Legacy right now. It's just crazy. Swords to Plowshares. Glad I played my other flyer. Ooh, Shredder. Well, I'm going to attack with the creature that I have. And then I'm going to slam Murktide Regent. 4/4 creature. Lethal on board again. And 2 more flyers in hand. Just relentless flying. Oh no, not another Solitude. Having a lot of mana here. Okay, yeah, you're dead. Brazen Borrower clears the bird and then attack just in time to win the game. Bounce the bird and we fly. That was a sweet game. Little Maverick action over there. Okay, there are no Submerges in this deck, but there are True Name Nemesis. That's a good one. This could be a Tormod's Whip matchup. They have Knight of the Reliquary in their deck as a premier threat. I think this is a back to basics matchup. I can see an argument for Ratchet Bomb, but also like Ratchet Bomb and Hearst are sort of in this maybe zone. I'm really into the 3-drops. I think Force and Negation can get cut. Spell Pierce can get cut. They do have some spells like Green Sun Zenith and Sylvan Library that are really important, but most of their things are creatures. I like Vapor Snag and Gutshot. Oh, that's good shit. Daze, I do like, especially if I'm on this Mana Denial plan. I want all my forces. Ethereal Forager seems kind of weak. I expect some amount of graveyard hate to come in, and Murktide Region is the better of these flying idiots. I'm leaving in all my forces. I think I can shave a Daze. Make room for all my stuff here. Maybe back to basics sucks against the mana creature deck. Like Ratchet Bomb can clear out mana creatures. I'll bring in 1 back to basics to dig for if it's good, but it's not a card I really just want to draw early and often. And we saw the Werewolf Outland Liberator in their deck that can just pick it off. Do I want Unlicensed Hearse? Probably not. I'm going to see their sideboard plan, and then if there's a game 3, I can decide if I want Hearse. Because they can't play stuff like Rest in Peace, because they're a Night of the Reliquary deck. But they did see Snapcaster Mage, Murktide Regent, and Ethereal Forager that game, so I clearly care about my graveyard a little bit. I have to imagine Gutshot is one of the best cards in this matchup. I'm keeping this hand. Once Upon a Time. Spirit of the Lab, okay. Zenith for Dryad Arbor. That dies to Gutshot. I found the land right away, that's good. Now I can preordain. Nice. I am going to bottom Murktide, top Wasteland, Gutshot the Dryad Arbor, and then I can Daze the Spirit of the Labyrinth and Wasteland their white source. How's that sound for a plan? They might fetch basic planes, but then I can waste the Bayou. Okay. Daze. And I'm definitely going after white mana here. And Moment of Truth. Did I collapse their hand, or do they just have land drops and keep casting spells? Oh, basic planes, bummer. Tough beats. Zenith for 1, probably a mana creature, or Elvish Reclaimer. Mana creature. You got it. Alright, time to dig back into this. I beat up their early game, but they are still just chugging into the mid game here. That card I cannot beat. I'm gonna have to trust my deck to reload here. I'm out of stuff. Ruh-oh. I think I'm supposed to be just fetching when I have random extra fetches around, just thin out the deck a little. Ratchet Bomb. Endurance. Okay. Yeah, that's good graveyard hate. Incidental. Graveyard hate that also is a creature. I'm gonna charge up my bomb. Brainstorm. Always the best card. Didn't go very far though. And I think I'm doing this shit. Alright. They've not made a land drop in several turns. Gutshot this. Wasteland this. And hope this Ratchet Bomb can kill Endurance before I'm dead to it. Gaia's Cradle. Okay. It sucks that I have to draw another land here though. Charge the bomb. Could probably fetch before some shit like even Mind Sensor's online. Hierarch's good. That gets Endurance in for an extra point and digs them out of this mana problem. And get bomb up to 3. Then how about a spell? I guess technically it is a spell. I think I should bomb now because that hurts the Gaia's Cradle. And with Daze in my hand, that's more important than what if they play Night of the Reliquary, because I'm not taking 4 from that thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Ugh. Please just jam a Zenith for 3. Don't have a 3-drop. They are fetching like they're going to use all their mana here. Nope, just played around it. Like, the bomb on 3 would have been good there, except, like, I would have just gone to 2. I don't know. Maybe it's bad. Brazen Borrower. Preordain. Save me. That's not it. Bottom, Brazen Borrower. Ha! Every fucking time. Alright, bounce this thing. I'm still just miserably treading water here and not having a good time and dying slowly, but if I get some giant creature into play, we could have something going on here. Okay, I'm going to leave my fetch land in play in case I draw a Brainstorm. Another preordain. There's Brainstorm. Bottom up. Brainstorm. Ledger Shredder, true name Nemesis. Oh, baby. Put back Days and a land. Yeah. That is exactly the kind of card I needed here. I mean, I'm at 3, but true name Nemesis is serious business. Let's see if you got an answer to this. Global Hierarch, okay. Okay, I can Ledger Shredder and Brazen Borrower, or I could Shredder and Ponder, but then Shredder is just milling one and I don't actually select any cards. Yeah, I'm going to play Shredder and Borrower. And I am going to do it now to get the Connive. Discard Ponder, because Murktide Regent is exactly what I'm looking for right now. And suddenly I have an Air Force and the ground is stable. If they have like a Questing Beast in the deck, that one gets through True Name Nemesis. Okay, Solitude. Mostly whatever. I'll take the life points for sure. They do get to attack though. If they attack with Knight and Solitude, Brazen Borrower can't block, and Knight is a forced block, so the Solitude will connect. Good magic there. Good fundamental magic. Go to 2. Let's hope they don't have a second answer for the Brazen Bee. Or for the, whatever this is, Murktide. I'm going to attack for 3, because I'm not blocking. This is where I die to Scrib Ranger. LOL, they actually have it. Okay. And I'm literally dead to Scrib Ranger because it has Exalted and Murktide Regent can't block it. That's a card this deck has, and it's very good against what I'm doing. But I just had to play like they didn't have it because I couldn't beat it anyway. That was a sweet game. Maybe going after the mana the way I did is a mistake, and I should just be focusing on having flying creatures in play. Do I want Stifles? Do I want Dazes? Unlicensed Hearse is pretty cool. This is a white deck with a lot of removal, though, which is different than Delver Mirrors, where nothing can kill it. I think I'm just submitting the same deck again. Right back in we go. Okay, turn 1 Delver. I'm in. Let's go. Haven't put them to this test yet. I've been on the draw for both of the games we've played. I want to flip Delver, revealing Gutshot. I don't even care what they do this turn. Just flip Delver, reveal Gutshot. It's going to line up against literally anything they do. Spirit of the Lab. Okay. Good one. Basic Forest and Xeno. Okay. Alright, how about that Gutshot deck? Delver reveals... Good shit. I don't think I want this Wasteland, because I have Back to Basics. Though I can Wasteland the Dryad Arbor. Oh, actually, that's fucked up. Alright, I'm gonna... Top, actually. Wasteland the Dryad Arbor. Save the Gutshot for a real creature. And Back to Basics can clean up non-basic lands later on. Oh, wow, they just don't have a land? Or what's going on? They pass straight into second main. Alright, okay. It's like, what the hell? No way. No way. But yeah, no way is accurate. Okay, they're fetching basics here. Worried about Wasteland, which makes their spells harder to cast, but also makes Back to Basics worse. Ooh, passing the turn. This feels like a Swords to Plowshares to me. Attack with my insect. Okay, it happened. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I'm just gonna play my island and pass the turn, I guess. Oh, they just did nothing with the turn cycle. The Gutshot is just silence. It's not playing anything that dies to Gutshot. Because of the way they've fetched their lands, the Force of Will pitching Back to Basics is pretty appealing. Magic Ending. Okay, that's gone. You got it. Alright. I like Brazen Borrower way more than I like Back to Basics. I just failed to play around Aven Mind Sensor, but I have the Gutshot, so we're good. Not even sure if the deck has that card in it these days. Also see how greedy they get on these fetches. Knight of the Reliquary. I could borrow that the first time through, and then force it the second time through. It gets blown out by like Veil of Summer, but I think I'd rather save my Force of Will whenever I can. Eddie. Ooh, the Shredder. Okay. I want Shredder in play for sure. If I Force of Will and Gutshot, I get a Shred. I have to force the Knight this time through. It's just too good. Do I want to pitch Murktide Regent and hold up the Back to Basics? Because they are kind of getting reckless with the non-basic lands over there. All right. I'm going to force pitching Murktide and hope that back to basics is good, which might be the most controversial decision I've ever made on this channel. That's definitely not true, by the way. Okay, I'm going to attack, and then I'm going to play back to basics. Just start the squeeze. Currently, Bayou is tapped, and black is usually a splash color in these decks, so that might lock them out of real spells. And I'm not going to spend Gut Shot just to get a Connive. I know they have at least one X1 in hand. I'm ahead, but it's tenuous. That's my current assessment of this game. Thalia's pretty good. Okay. That'll slow me down a little, maybe. What do we got here? Oh, Snapcaster Mage. Hell yeah. Now I can just Gut Shot with impunity. Shot through the gut. And Ponder gets a Connive as well. Yeah, I was struggling to imagine what card I would take over Snapcaster Mage, and it's not that one. Oh, yeah. All right, do not shuffle this. I get to attack for 2 and play Delver, which will flip with the Brainstorm on top of the deck. Non-stop flyers. We know one of their 4 cards in hand is Spirit of the Lab. The back to basics is keeping them off Solitude right now. And if they cast Solitude, that's the last big spell they're casting in the game. All right, Scrib Ranger. They've been sandbagging that. Smart. But now they can pick up this Forest and get double mana out of it. And they pick up the Bayou and get mana out of it. Yeah, they can like untap 1 Forest per turn through the back door there. If they play the Spirit of the Labyrinth here, I'm gonna have to discard a card. Oh wow. All right, no, I get the Connive on this one. Oh, but that fucks up my Delver. Bummer. All right, discarding Brainstorm. Makes my creature bigger. Okay, this is actually fine because I can snap Gut Shot. I know this is a land, right? Yeah, not revealing that. And then I don't have to discard if I don't have a hand. So Snapcaster, Gut Shot. Please don't have Surgical. All right, jeez, that was close. Gut Shot the Scrib Ranger. I Connive. Can't draw, can't discard. They picked up their Bayou in response one last time. I think I can attack with Delver here. Like, I'll trade it for Spirit of the Labyrinth. That's a deal. I have another flyer chilling on an adventure up here. We got Snapcaster ready to start attacking next turn. I don't really want Spirit of the Labyrinth in play. I wouldn't fault anyone for not attacking there, but I'm interested. Okay, they took the block. Kind of had to at 7 life, I guess. But I'm still happy with it. 4 life over there. Oh, is it Solitude? It is. That's a good one. Okay, Ledger Shredder's gone. I'm at 17. Time to draw some spells. That's not a spell. Snapcaster can't block Solitude anyway because of Exalted, so I'm gonna push for damage. I'm starting to run out of gas here. Like they got 2 cards in hand, about to draw another one, and I'm starting to sputter. Okay, they took the block. I am happy with that. It was a forced attack, but they had options on that and I didn't. Oh god. That's going to be a tough one. Still going to cast my spell. Alright, we're both in ugly mode here. Please don't have Swords to Plowshares. Okay. Took the damage. All I can do is ram through here and hope it works. Collector, oof. Okay. I wonder if there just wasn't a card to sideboard out, or if they saw Ratchet Bomb and thought I had more artifacts. Oh yeah, that's the kind of card that I'm willing to tap all of my cards to resolve. I believe there are 2 islands left in the deck. Exactly. Yep. 1, 2. All in. F6. One of us is dead, and I don't think it's me. Unless they have some sort of sweeper. If they do have, like, Holy Light, or whatever, then I'm dead. Okay, just cracking the Verdant Catacombs on the way out. Oh, that was hot. That did definitely feel like Pauper Mono Blue, where you're just sort of like throwing shit. Oh god, these are both rogues, aren't they? They are. Holy shit. Yeah, the back to basics actually won that game. Wow. On to the next round. Not to rub it in, but I would like to point out that last round, if my opponent took the 2 from Snapcaster and then made an Exalted attack with Solitude, they would have won that game because they would have been able to pay for their fetch land and play the Plague Engineer, and then I'm just hard locked. every little decision matters. But it's round 2 now. I'm going to keep this hand on the draw. It has a bunch of free spells in it. I'm in. Cavern of Souls. Gutshot's usually good against Cavern decks. Well, that is the one card that I'm able to Force of Will, so I'm gonna. Wasteland, baby! I'll take a Ponder. Pretty happy with that, actually. Okay, hit my next land drop, and Snapcaster Mage. Do I want all these lands? I think I do. I like Snapcaster Mage because Gutshot, Snap Gutshot against the humans deck is pretty exciting. Even if they have like Kitesail Freebooter here, I can Brazen Borrow it, unlock my Gutshot, and then mosh it down. They do have Booter. Can't be countered. Go ahead. Have a peek. Take Brainstorm or Gutshot. Click the Gutshot, of course. Play my land and pass. See what the follow-up is here. Another Cavern. Creatures are extra uncounterable. I think they were about to cast Thalia, and then remembered they should attack first, because I'm definitely bouncing. Put Freebooter in response. Got the 1 point in. I can't bounce at pre-combat, because then they just redeploy. Champion of the P. Alright. Are there any flash humans I need to think about? Tomic. Alright. I'm going to Petty Theft Freebooter in response to this. And kill the champion. This is a flying creature. Lands on the battlefield and lands in graveyards can't be the target of spells or abilities opponents control, and your opponents can't play lands from graveyards. Okay. Can't wasteland them. I think I'm just gonna land go here. If they freeboot free combat, I can brainstorm and try to move shit around. Hide the good stuff. Or I could just let them take the brainstorm and deal with the booter later. Put this Brazen Borrower in front of Tomic. For Sentinel, that's a good card. Alright, that resolves. I can kill that and also pay for the 1. Yeah, Freebooter is going to get my Brainstorm here, is what it is. If they attack with Tomic, I'll trade it for Brazen Borrower. And then I can Snap Gutshot the Esper Sentinel. And if they don't attack, I can just Snap Gutshot the Esper Sentinel. Get that out of the way. Snapcaster, target Gutshot. Gutshot Esper Sentinel, pay 2 life and 1 mana. Get that out of here. Now I can Snap Ponder or hold up Brazen Borrower. I think I'm going to hold up Brazen Borrower. I can't just start taking damage from these flyers. Thalia's Lieutenant is a beating because that makes Tomic bigger, but Freebooter can still be tangled with. Okay, flying creatures, coming, Brazen Borrower, let's go. There is some Flash Human that messes up combat here. I think I would rather unlock my Brainstorm than trade with Tomic. Like, I want that card back pretty bad, actually. Iganjo. Okay, that works. And they even have a legendary creature to make it cheaper. Cool. Preordain. I want to Preordain, because if I hit a Murktide Regent, we're just going. Bottom the island. I guess I'll top the Ponder. Brazen Borrower, Delver. Okay. It sucks that Delver doesn't flip, but I like that I get to spend my mana. Alright. Don't shuffle. Attack for 2. Play Delver. Taking another 3 in the air, going to 8. But I have another Brazen Borrower, which is one of the better cards in my deck. For Sentinel, okay. As annoying as that card is, a 1/1 on the ground, I'm pretty happy with seeing that. Drawing Brazen Borrower. It sucks that Delver's just not going to flip for 2 turns. Life is hard sometimes. I'll attack Snapcaster into Esper Sentinel. I'm going to try to hold back Delver because a flyer is going to be really important eventually. I could just throw in Brazen Borrower, trade with Freebooter. That doesn't seem like the worst thing, honestly. Yeah, I'm just putting it in creature mode. I would like to unlock my Brainstorm. I can Brainstorm in my upkeep and flip Delver. Champion, okay. Wasteland, cool. Okay, so Delver, I'm going to Brainstorm in response. I'm going to pay the 1 for Esper Sentinel. Hopefully I'm going to... There's a land on top. Hope to find a Murktide Regent in the other 2 cards. No love there. And put back land, Force of Will. Flip the Delver, draw, force. Not happy with it, but it's what I got. And I'm not attacking now. That champion represents a little too much damage on the ground. Okay, Freebooter's pretty bad here. It can't take the one card I care about. The bad news is, when Freebooter's bad, it means my hand is bad. So they get to take probably Force of Will, because Force Negation has even fewer targets. Champion still trades off with Snapcaster. They need one more human to get out of range with that. They don't have great attacks right now. One more human completely changes that, especially if it's Thalia's Lieutenant. Okay, just wasting me. Alright, I'll fetch myself to 5. You got me. Okay, they're willing to trade off Tomic at this juncture. And I'm going to take the trade. Yep, easy block there. I'm not going to 3. Alright, Murktide Regent, let's go. Preordain. I can snap, ponder, and pay, and just spend a turn doing that. Or I could preordain, pay, and just hope to find one of my Delve monsters. I think that's better. All right, 3 looks at 4 cards here. Bottom the land for sure. Guess I'll keep the ponder. Yeah, I'll just keep digging. I need a Murktide Regent. Oh, Ledger Shredder's good. Omic's gone, so I can Wasteland now. But I don't think Wasteland's going to take them off anything. Okay, I'm going to put Wasteland on the bottom of these, Ledger Shredder above it, and put Vapor Snag in my hand. And I could snag the champion now while I'm out from under Esper Sentinel. Yeah, I'm just going to get that out of here. Reset the counters on it while it doesn't hurt me to do that. Alright, just played and immediately cracked a Silent Clearing. They're desperate for some action here. Champion. Mom, that's bad. Okay, how do I get through this Mother of Ruins? I don't know that I can. I can snap Vapor Snag to buy a turn. Ledger Shredder's the top card in my deck. My next card down is Wasteland, which is really disappointing. If my top card was a blue land, I could play Ledger Shredder, play Snapcaster, loot into the land, and Vapor Snag, but it's not that. Can I ever beat this Mother of Ruins, I guess is the answer. Like, do I have to snag it now? And if I do that, am I even playing the game in subsequent turns? If I Snapcaster now, like, to trigger Shredder, like, my play would be Shredder, Snapcaster, connive the Force Negation away, and I'm not winning that game at 4 life. Okay, I think I need to snag the mom, get her out. Snag. Probably should have attacked first. I guess I can't attack because the mom will make the champion a 3/3, and then I wouldn't have good blocks. Anyway. Right, yeah, I've lost this game. 24 cards into the deck without finding a delve threat, which is what I needed. I'm just dead next turn. I have to make this double block. They're getting more aggressive than they need to be. Like, if they just attack for 1 in the air and then pro blue in for 3 next turn. But I guess a proactive pro blue. Oh, yeah, another Iganjo anyway. Alright, yeah. I was dead anyway, but you got me. Okay. That was a sweet game. Ratchet Bomb definitely coming in. True Name Nemesis comes in here. Stifle isn't bad because there's a lot of triggers on their creatures. I guess let's see how many things I'm cutting. And the forces are so bad. I mean, I do have Wastelands that can fight over Caverns. Do I want Days on the play? I mean, Days on the play can challenge an Aether Vial. First doesn't seem good. Stifle might actually be fine. But also, it doesn't look very good. They're a pretty low resource deck and an Aether Vial deck, so Winter Orb I'm not excited about. Back to Basics is gonna lights out them if they don't have a Vial. Alright, I'm off Force of Will. I'm just playing to the board here. I have 1 Force, 3 Days still in my deck. And I'm gonna do this. On the play, I'm gonna keep this. I do like Wasteland in the matchup. It can help control Cavern and just general resources. I don't like that I can't answer Aether Vial, but it's fine. I boarded out most of my answers to Aether Vial. I brought in different ones, just the forces are not in the hand. I don't think they saw Wasteland last game, but there's no reason to play into it. Okay, just all of the things I was worried about. Basic land Aether Vial. I'm going to brainstorm. Delver's in my deck. That's good stuff. I'm going to put back definitely a Delta and probably the other Delta. I do still like the idea of Wasteland. Preordain. Another Gutshot and a Ponder. And there's something to be enjoyed about having 3 Gutshots between the Snapcaster and the 2 actuals against the creature deck. Yeah, I'm going to top this. Put Ponder in my hand. That way if they freeboot me, they can see the Gutshot and like, okay, I got Gutshot out of the way, and then I have another one. Because controlling Mother of Runes is a big deal here. There's a Wasteland target. And passing the turn. Deal. I can Ponder first, or I can just leave up Gutshot, Snap, Gutshot. Kind of like that. I'm not just going to fire off Wasteland, because then they can draw a card. But casting spells is bad for me too. I don't know. I think I'm just passing here. Though if I'm not wasting, then I can snap off of the Wasteland and I can cast Ponder. Alright, I'm doing that. Ooh, Nemesis, hell yeah. Alright, I'm gonna hide the True Name on top of my deck, draw this land, and then just pass and hope my wall of removal gets me into the True Name territory. I need a Brazen Borrower eventually to deal with this file. Elias, Lieutenant, resolves. Right, they're gonna violin something here. And this is where the fireworks happen. Okay, yeah. It's all good. Gutshot the Thalia. And then also Gutshot the Lieutenant. They were pretty tricky with their sequencing, but I just had a wall of removal. Didn't matter. And now I True Name and Wasteland. And hope I can tempo this game out. Some shit like Plague Engineer would get me pretty good. Last game we saw what bad Vapor Snag looks like. In this game I hope we see good Vapor Snag, where when you're actually be ahead and pushing damage and then you unsummon and they lose a life. It's very different than when they are ahead and you're just trying to stay alive. Baracus and Thalia's Lieutenant. Making moves. Ooh, General Kudrow. Other humans get +1 whenever this enters the battlefield, or another human enters the battlefield. Exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. Attack 2 humans, destroy target creature, power 4 or greater. Got it. Okay. So they can beat up my graveyard pretty good, which does matter in the context of Snapcaster Mage plus Aether Vial. Okay. Attack for 3. And I don't think I can back to basics here. I could Snap Ponder here. I'd be looking for a land. I kind of want to Vapor Snag and Snap Vapor Snag, though. Might not get to do all that, but it's the play I want to make. Hope for the best. Snagging the Lieutenant also turns on Daze, I hope. At least it does if they don't have another land. Let's hope they don't have another land. Okay, Mother of Runes doesn't care if there's another land. Going after Gutshot. Alright. Guess I have to snap that. If they have another 3-drop, they can violin. They can break this up anyway. But you can't just have Mother of Runes. Oh, it's a 2/2. Shit. Well, I guess I'll go upstairs with this then. Fuck. They got me. They got me with the secret text on their card. That would have been way better as Vapor Snag. Whoops. Reckless. A Wasteland, huh? Right, well, I'm gonna attack with both. They could violin a 3-drop, but I just have to hope they don't have one. Oh, that works. Should have wasted the Caracas, huh? Okay, so Kudrow gets to come back in and eat my Snapcaster Mage. I'm getting a clinic in how to play white-black humans right now, because I'm doing it wrong. Right, Wasteland you. Yeah, I think if I did that pre-combat, I would have been in much better shape. Do you attack for 3 and protect your thing, or just get in for 5 here? I'm going to Daze the Thalia's Lieutenant. I think getting in for 5 is reasonable. Yep. Alright, Brazen Borrower, I need you. And I'm dead. If I attack, they attack. If I don't attack, they give Pro Blue an attack. Yeah, I got outplayed there. Lots of little tricks that I have never seen before. Cool stuff. Here comes the next one. We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league. I'm on the draw again. I'm going to keep. Got a Delver, got a Shredder. This is what we want, right? Okay. Volcanic Island Ponder. There's a lot of temptation to just snap off Wasteland here. They chose to shuffle. All right, I'm going in. I got enough lands to keep playing this game. Maybe they don't. I'm willing to roll the dice on that one. Okay, turns out they did have a land. Boo, hiss. Hope you don't have a Stifle. Yeah, I like legacy formats where you don't have to play around Stifle. The card's so stupid. Generally not good, but also sometimes ends the game immediately. Okay. This is some kind of Strifo pile. I'm about to get Punishing Fired out of here. Jeez. Well, you know who doesn't get Punishing Fired? Ledger Shredder. Nice days. Thanks for showing up, fucker. Alright, let's shred. 1/3 creature. What are you going to do about that? P-Fire deck. Oh god. They're a white P-Fire deck? This is bullshit. I'm calling the police. Okay, I need to get this Murktide region into play. Delver is not playable with this Punishing Fire looping, so I can get rid of that. And Daze is looking worse and worse, but Gutshot's not really going to find a target. Alright, I'm just going to slam a Murktide here. 4/4 Murktide, make it happen. Oop, there it is. Force of Will back up. 1 Swords to Plowshare spent already. Bigger than Punishing Fire. And that Plains got me good. I thought we were safe with the Shredder. But the fact that Shredder is a 2-drop that demands Swords to Plowshares and makes room for Murktide is really hot. Okay, we're an Uro deck with red in it. And also Punishing Fire. Ponder. Another Murktide, that's exciting. 1, 2, 3. Do not shuffle. Then Preordain. Gonna bottom Daze, top Murktide. Bottom Daze, top Murktide. Can't quite cast this one yet, but I am ready. I am prepared to aggressively Force of Will to push this Murktide advantage. Like if they just put something in the graveyard and escape Uro this turn, I'm jamming Force on it. Wasteland, good luck with that. Swords of Plowshares, that one's disappointing. They're holding up 5 mana, so I'm actually gonna force pitching Snapcaster, which might seem crazy, but if they hardcast Force here, this Daze is going to look like a genius. Alright. They didn't have Force. Now I just look like a dummy. Oh, wow. We're Punishing Fire and Lightning Bolting. Oh, and another Punishing Fire. I can't get a card out of my graveyard at instant speed. Disappointing. Alright. All that's going to happen. Boo. Oh. Well, 2 fires in the graveyard. Okay, so they don't have... They have 2 fires, but not 3 red. And if they pay red to rebuy the fires, yeah, not even close. I'm going in on Forager, because I would like the card advantage. Okay. Hope this works. Iteration, that's a powerful spell. Exiled Brainstorm, also a powerful spell. No blue mana available right now, though. Life from the Loam. Okay, that gets you your blue mana and some good cards to brainstorm away. Alright. There's that. The white mana is still up, and they have the extra mana to pay for Daze. It doesn't matter when it happens. If your opponent ever plays Life from the Loam after you wastelanded them, you feel awful. Alright, Ethereal Forager is triggering. Don't know if I've ever done this before. I get to put an instant or sorcery card into my hand. And I could Preordain to keep pressure up. I could put Force of Will in my hand to make sure I don't just die somehow. I think I want the Preordain. They have Wasteland for Grove, but they have Loam, which kind of messes that up. Right, Preordain, let's go. Bottom, top, take the other Preordain. Preordain. I think I'm just going to top these. Top, and then Wasteland Murktide Regent. I'm going to waste the Grove, play Murktide. They can rebuy one of the P-Fires in response here. Bang. 5/5. Okay. Punishing Fire. The Brainstorm that just resolved Did not dredge loam. There's an Uro in the graveyard. I'm not feeling great. There's a Mystic Sanctuary in this deck too. Alright, there's not. Looks like they're just Uro and Prey here, which is a good plan, because Uro's really good. Uro arrives. Put in a land. I have a lot of cantrips to find a Brazen Borrower, but even that is temporary measure against Uro. I'm going to attack with my creatures first. I would like to put this Force of Will in my hand before I start taking other game actions. Force of Will in the hand. Gotta protect my position now, because if I start to slide, I'm definitely losing. And I'm kind of losing anyway. Preordain first. Come on, Brazen Borrower. Or Vapor Snag. Vapor Snag might be better. It's close. Another Murktide and another Force. I don't want either of those. Shredder. I've already cast one spell, so Shredder won't get me a trigger this turn. Brainstorm, Delver, Wasteland. If they attack, they go to 12. Oh yeah, they have Punishing Fire. Delver doesn't work anyway. I have to shuffle this. Shuffle the library, yes. And Ledger Shredder, go. I'm gonna have to take a swing from Uro, and then hope that my Air Force can deliver. I'll point Force of Will at most removal spells. I might even get a trigger off Shredder from their game actions. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Monastery Mentor. I'm not going to fight over that. They play another spell. Shredder gets to shred. Okay, so Ledger Shredder happens. I connive. I can force pitching other Shredder. I could play the other Shredder. You just let this resolve and play the other Shredder. Am I winning that race? Probably not. I could discard Brainstorm, force pitching Daze, and have the other Shredder ready. That seems bad too, though. Alright, I'm going to discard the other Shredder, and I'm going to force pitching Daze. I need my creatures around. Especially that one. 3 cards in hand, we know one of them's Punishing Fire. Iteration. Alright, they're still going. Not done yet. This Boseiju is pretty awkward. There's not a lot of green cards I'm worried about. The Flooded Strand could be anything, though. Exiled another Punishing Fire. Okay. That's fine. That doesn't kill anything. Alright, Gutshot is lethal. I'm gonna Brainstorm first. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, any spell is lethal. Okay. Oh, that's not quite true. It's almost true. If I put back Delver and Ledger Shredder, or Shredder and Delver, I want to connive away the Delver. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I gotta connive a spell away. I would really like Ponder. Alright, to find a land. And it did. Alright, that's what I needed. Yeah, because now I can hardcast Force of Negation, but yeah, that's lethal. Ledger Shredder just grew. 1 power creature becomes 3 power creature, and they're dead in the air. Beat an active Uro and Punishing Fire. Yikes. Back to Basics and Winter Orb both seem insane here. Unlicensed Hearse is coming in. I probably do want Surgical Extractions in some number. I don't think I need all 3 like it's Reanimator, but Uro and P-Fire are both problems for me. I think Daze is gonna struggle against this deck. Force of Will seems really important. Oh, Gutshot's probably a lot worse than Daze. Alright, Gutshots are out. Daze's, at least some of them are back in. This looks reasonable. Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. True Name is fine, but it doesn't beat Uro. I think this hand needs to be a little more proactive than it is. I don't really want a mulligan. Alright, I'd rather lose than mulligan. Keep it. Spell Pierce is an exciting one. Maybe they'll just go in on a Sylvan Library on turn 2, and I get the cleanest little Spell Pierce. It's like this show is scripted. My god. Put it in the graveyard. Ooh, I think I have to Wasteland here. And I want to hit the Boseiju, because the green source casts the Loam, which makes the Wasteland embarrassing. If I had Ledger Shredder or like anything to do, I would not have wasted there, but I'm just treading water for my Murktide region anyway. Flooded Strand has arrived. Right now I got Daze. In Murktide, next turn, maybe. If they give me something to Daze, I can Murktide. Didn't fetch green, so either already has another green source or doesn't need it. Okay, I'm gonna lead on Delver. The old turn 4 Delver of Secrets. Behold. It's immediately fired. I can snag my own creature if that ever comes up. I lose a life for it, but I get to save my creature. Like, I might do that to counter a Swords to Plowshares, but that's not worth doing over a Punishing Fire. That's just going to be back. I think I have to force this. Force pitching Vapor Snag seems like the play. And if they Pyroblast, I can Daze. Deal? Guess I could have Dazed Sylvan Library instead of Pyroblast. Not sure it matters. Okay, the old post-Daze land drop. You love to see it. Opponent in the chat said I'm so stupid. Opponent said they knew as soon as they clicked the spell that they messed up. If we all haven't been there 100 times, okay. Delver doesn't flip, but I do want Ledger Shredder. And I think I just want to jam Murktide right now and have Force of Will back up rather than play Shredder. All right, the Murkfather. And I'm just making it as big as possible. Monastery Mentor. I think I can race that. Famous last words, but I'm in. Mentor Brainstorm. All right. If Delver flips, I'll be feeling good here. If it doesn't, I'll be feeling bad. All right, Delver, let's go, buddy. Snapcaster Mage. That's not a flip, but it's not a card I want to shuffle away either. Big Murkfather, get in. And I'm playing Ledger Shredder. Now I have another blue card to pitch to Force, and Shredder is an exciting one to have in play. The Flying Threat, I can block a Monk with it. If they cast 2 spells, which is something they're incentivized to do because they have a prowess creature in play, then I get to Connive. I don't believe I'm countering the front half of an Uro. Pyroblast on my Murktide. I'm going to Connive, discard Polluta Delta, and then I'm going to Force of Will the Pyroblast. And hope they don't also have Swords to Plowshares. All right, they did also have Swords to Plowshares. Sure. Okay, hard mode. Delver, how about you flip revealing a cantrip, buddy? I need you now. I'm going to reveal Force of Will and then shuffle because I don't actually want that card. Yeah, we found a cantrip. Come on, Ledger Shredder. Let's shred this Ledger. Okay, so I'm going to put Snapcaster Mage, Force of Will, Preordain in that order. And I'm going to Preordain, which connives away the Force of Will. And then I get to Preordain. Oh, the whip. It's 1 turn late. Oh no, that hurts. Yeah, Uro's going to show up next turn, and then I'm in trouble. I'm still going to top. That hurts. Going to attack with my creatures. That's what I can do. Stupid Uro. Okay, Uro has arrived. With it go, my chances of happiness. Oh, if they cast another spell, I get to Connive. That's not nothing. Okay, they played around that with Punishing Firing here. I'm going to Snapcaster Ponder. I don't want to reveal that I have Unlicensed Hearse in my deck. If I don't have to. Force Will back to basics. Alright, yeah, this one's over. Alright, shuffle my deck and then concede. Boo. So close. Unlicensed Hearse would have been great that game. I didn't reveal any of my sideboard tech, though. They didn't see back to basics. They didn't see Hearse. We saw Pyroblast, though. No surprise there, but that card's fucked up. Do I want Stifle? Or do I want the 3rd Extraction? I could just, like, make sure that I don't get burrowed or fired. And on the play, Daze is better, but my opponent seems capable of playing around Daze. Okay. I'll go all in on Extraction. Uro is that big of a problem. On the play with a heater, I'm in. This Preordain needs to find a land, but otherwise, this hand looks great. King of the Depths, look at all these Streets of New Capenna cards in my hand right now. I'm doing the thing. Opponent kept 7. I would love to draw a land and just slam this Ledger Shredder. Someone call a speech pathologist for me immediately. Oh, you're a Mox Diamond deck. This is fun. Since when? Now I'm in trouble. Holy shit. You can't just do that. All right, if I draw the land for Shredder here, I don't feel bad about Surgical Ink Plows. Land? Shit. I want to Preordain into land. Oh, God. a finger on the monkey paw curls. Wasteland does cast Ledger Shredder. Alright, it's fine. I'll play Wasteland. Obviously not what I wanted, but there it is. Maybe this hearse can just go coast to coast. Beat up the graveyard. This is Uro, I'm ready. Alright, I'm so ready for Uro. Okay. Alright, now life gets a lot more interesting. I would like to resolve hearse, but Shredder plus Surgical is a shred. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Shredder. Then Surgical is my second spell. I get to Connive. I don't want to discard this other Surgical. Yeah, this already is doing its job. Life from the Loam Grove Mentor is the hand. Deck full of removal. Alright. I'm not going to take too many notes here. There's one Teferi. Right. Mentor, Loam Grove in the hand. And I'll play Delver. Let's go. There's Mentor. And they played Plains, so that was the draw for the turn. Loam is going to get 2 lands back and let me shred. I'm actually going to discard Ponder, because I think Bravens and Borrower is really good. Or I could discard Borrower, and then Hearse plus Ponder is a guaranteed connive next turn. Yeah, I'm going to discard Borrower. Mentor's in play, Loam's in the graveyard, but not for long. Alright, Delver, please flip, please flip, please flip. Brazen Borrower, okay. That doesn't work. I'm gonna carve first, and then Ponder. That sees more cards. Discard the extra Shredder. I'd rather Brazen Borrower now. And then, do I need another Surgical? I don't think so. Surgical, Ponder, Spell Pierce. Gonna exile Loam and Ponder from their graveyard. Attack for 4 already? My god, it's huge. This thing is so big. I feel like I just cast it and it's already a 4/6. Prismatic Ending. Boo, boo. Okay, that's gone now. Can't fight over it here. Wasteland, target my Wasteland, sure. Not going to block with Delver. I am going to reveal Ponder on top of my deck. And I'm going to cast Ponder. Casting Ponder better than unsummoning one of these. Yeah, probably. Alright. Ponder. Force. Is Force helpful right now? I'm not convinced that it is. I think I actually just want to shuffle this. Forager's not bad. Exile Wasteland and Prismatic Ending from the graveyard. Start attacking. I just gotta hope they run out of spells with Mentor, because I can't reasonably race it. I didn't bring in Ratchet Bomb. Maybe that would have been smart. Grove is finally cast. Another Mentor. Okay, please don't have a spell. They are winning the race right now. Okay. I can attack for 3, and then cast Ethereal Forager, exiling Ponder, Surgical, and Preordain. Here's this creature. I have Spell Pierce up. I have a 3/3 or a 4/4 I can block with, and the 4/4 can become a 5/5 in combat. Ooh, no attacks. You fucking love to see it. That was so honest. Exile that. Preordain is good. I can attack for 5 here. Or 6 and get a spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's risky, but I'm interested in biscuits. I can put, I think I want the Ponder in my hand. Put you to dead on board. And I'm going to start with Ponder. Murktide Regent. Alright, I could just put a giant creature into play here. Going to 7, how is that compared to going to 8? I want to shuffle the library. No, alright. Murktide, it's you, buddy. You're up. Okay, there's a Murktide Regent. Am I dead? Need 2 removal spells, because if they kill Murktide, I can crew vehicle in response. If they get through 2 creatures here. If they go wide enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm just fucking dead. Wait, that fetch killed me, didn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if I just don't crack my fetch, but then I don't have a creature in play. Alright, yeah, I'm just dead for Xaxes. Bummer. That was a good game. Pretty sure I fucked it up somewhere. Maybe I'm just not supposed to attack with Ethereal Forager. Or I'm not supposed to attack with Delver. If I just attack with Forager, get a card, Ponder into Murktide, or leave up Brazen Borrower, and then I have lethal attack on the following turn, Yeah, I messed that up somehow. All right, on to the next one. I'm on the draw in round 4, again, in my mono blue tempo deck. I'm gonna mulligan. This one's even worse. Okay, we get to keep a hand. I'm gonna put back Wasteland, and it's either Force of Will or Gutshot. I think it's Gutshot. Like, every deck has spells in it, not every deck has X1s. This is where they play DRC, and I'm just in the trash can. Alright, Thoughtseize. Take a peek. I was right to bottom Gutshot. At least I got that going for me. Took the Ponder. This is a combo player who knows what they're doing. Unfortunate for me. Because if you take Force of Will, then I can Ponder, and you don't know what I'm doing anymore. But if you take Ponder, then you get to work with better information, which is generally more important for knowing what you have to beat. Should have forced that. It's just fucking sleeping over here, narrating. Preordain, draw. I'm going to fetch first because Preordain, if I like both cards, you want to keep it around. Oh yeah, that was about the best card. Bottom Days, top Spell Pierce. The fun of one of Spell Pierce. If there's a route through this game, it involves that Spell Pierce. I don't deserve it, but I will take it. Okay, I'm going to force the Thoughtseize because they know about Force. And if they think I'm just like throwing whatever shit I have at the wall here, then I think I can trick them better than if I Spell Pierce it. Let's see if my trick worked. I probably should have played the land to sell the trick even more, because then they're like, okay, can't have another force. Or maybe that shows Force of Negation. Guess I have to hope they just genuinely can't beat a Spell Pierce. Duress, come on. Alright, I'll Spell Pierce Duress. Now I'm glad I didn't play the land. I have now indicated I have 1 mana interaction in my deck. Yeah, 3 Thoughtseize effects I wasn't getting through anyway. I guess countering the Wishclaw Talisman when I had the chance was probably the play. Storm is 6, 7, or 6. Yeah, there's not a Past in Flames line here because there's no real spells in the graveyard. I've done some damage for Ad Nauseam. Good Burning Wish. Or I guess if we... No, that's still only 16. There's 8 mana in the pool. That's enough to get Infernal Tutor, 4 Infernal Tutor, 4 Tendrils. Okay, yeah. Alright, I'm done. Oh, Past in Flames also does this. Yeah, the Past in Flames lets you also check my last card just in case it's something stupid. Sure. Okay. The triple Thoughtseize effect was a little too good for me. But Wishclaw Talisman was part of that, and I just like fucking let it resolve for some reason. To the sideboard we go. Saratogal Extraction is good against this version of Storm. Stifle is generally good against Storm. Energy Flux, not so much. Back to Basics, no. I like Ratchet Bomb if they go for Empty the Warrens or like hang some artifacts in play. Hydroblast does hit Past in Flames, but that's the only thing it hits. And I'm bringing in all these graveyard hate cards for that. Okay. So 7 cards in. The Gutshot's definitely coming out. Vapor Snag coming out. The Aerial Forager is kind of a chunker, but it's not bad. It's still a creature. I guess on the play I like Daze, but no Storm player is going to get got by Daze. Come on. I can go a little lighter on that. Wasteland's not great, but I do love getting my land drops, no matter what. Okay, I think it is a Ethereal Forager. Sorry, big guy. This is my deck. On the play, lots of interaction. I'm going to keep... This is like a tread water until you Murktide region on turn 3 or 4 kind of hand. Opponent kept 7. Gonna Preordain, get us started here. I like at least one of these. Probably exactly one of these. Bottom, top. Take the fetch land. I do have Brainstorm, I do have Murktide Regent, both of which enjoy a fetch land. I'm not going to Daze a Ponder. Not when I can slam the car and get the graveyard under control. Another Force is pretty nice. I think the car is better than Brainstorming here. What the fuck? I just like I just misclicked and exiled nothing. I hope that doesn't matter. Well, I clicked on it and then I went to hit cancel and hit OK. This has been a just cascade of nonsense. Please Please Past in Flames kill me right now. I'm over it. That's a tilt. Maybe they will get excited about the misclick and just go for a piff line that dies to all my counterspells. Because I'm okay with that. I will daze a Thoughtseize here. Okay. Survived that ordeal. Oh, I like Ledger Shredder quite a lot. Do I like it better than Murktide Regent, I guess is the question. I could brainstorm into Murktide here, but I do have to hit the land. I think there's a good chance of that. Got there. Could leave up Stifle for a turn. If I put back Daze and Shredder, or yeah, I have mana up. I could put back Shredder and Daze. If I put back Shredder and Daze, or it should be Shredder Murktide, right? No, because I want to flip Delver. Put back Shredder and Daze, play my land, play my Delver. Now I have Force and Stifle or Double Force, and they have to do that through my Graveyard Hate. Brainstorm. They're passing the turn. Good. Now I'm going to actually use my car appropriately. Exile some cards. Okay, I can flip Revealing Daze. Now the decision, do I actually want Daze? And I believe I do. It's a blue card and it's a free counterspell, both of which are relevant to this matchup. I'm going to fetch away the Shredder. Back for 3. I could Murktide pre-combat and crew the car, but I think the car is better as Graveyard Hate than it is as a car right now. Fatal Push. Got it. Make my monster grow. 5/5 Murktide Regent. Go ahead. So I have Force plus Daze and Stifle, or Force plus Stifle. They don't have infinite time here. Lotus Petal. Alright, we're making moves. Thoughtseize. I think I want to force Thoughtseize pitching Force. Or pitching Daze. Don't want you to know what I'm working with here. Especially I don't want them to know about the Stifle. Dark Ritual resolves. Cabal Ritual can take you off Threshold in response. Exiling Thoughtseize and Brainstorm. Or Thoughtseize and Dark Ritual. Right, yeah. I want to get rid of the hand disruption if they take another spin here. Alright. First already good for 2 here. Another Cabal Ritual. They are back to the top here. Wishclaw Talisman. That's annoying. LED. Okay, you're Hellbent. If I stifle Wishclaw, do I get it? How does this card work? I think that's all part of the same effect. Search your library for a card, put it into your hand, and opponent gains control of Wishclaw Talisman. Are you just getting ad nauseum here? Your graveyard. If I stifle this, oh yeah, you're just Hellbent. Alright. And then my car's untapped for next turn. And all this mana and Storm are gone. Yeah, that sounds good. Still have the Talisman, but you're at 13 life, and my Graveyard Hate is back up. Any blue card gives me Force. Alright, deal. I'm just going to attack with Murktide. I'm not casting this Ponder. Not going to risk missing on a blue card, even though there's a lot of them in my deck. Played a land, and they're going for the Wishclaw. Alright, I can't fuck with it this time, but I have the Force for this probably... What are we doing? Ad nauseum? I'm just not fucking around with that. It's gone. In the end step, exile the Brainstorms. Alright, so if I give Wishclaw back, it's out of counters. Normally, you get the last wish, but because I stifled one, I get the last wish. I'm gonna grab Murktide, and this should be lethal. Oh wait, nope. There's not enough cards in my graveyard. I'm a dumbass. Alright, I got so excited. Alright. Well, they conceded anyway. But I was one card short of Murktide, pumping Murktide and crewing Car, but I don't think there's a single card off the top that wins the game for them there anyway. Whoops. Okay. Figured that one out somehow. Now they've seen Stifle, and I don't think anything really changes here. Right back in we go. I'm going to keep this hand. I have a threat, a force, the fun of one of Stifle. I'm going in on Delver. I'm not going to hold up Stifle on turn 2. I'm going to make them work for it. Yeah, got away with it. Flip Revealing Ponder. Don't mind if I do. And my land back. And I think I actually want to No, I do want to ponder, because I'm looking for specifically things that interact, and I delivered on that. Okay, I'm going to put Surgical in my hand, the land on top of it, Force under that. This gives me 3 different ways to interact in my hand, and if they Thoughtseize me and take the Force, I can Brainstorm into the other one, and they don't know that's there. Dark Ritual. All right, we're going for it. Going for something here. Oh, they were just testing me. Ha ha ha. The old Cyrus Corman Gill Cabal Ritual Go play. I respect it, but I'm not going to fall for it. I'm trying to flush out a Spell Pierce is what they were doing there. I like it. Force of Will is on top of my deck right now. I could Preordain and just get it. Yeah, that's probably what I want to do. Okay. My hand is 2 Forces, Surgical, and Stifle, and I have a threat. And they just checked me, which is not a play you make if you actually have a play. Attack with Delver. This looks like a pretty good time to Brainstorm. Don't need all these lands. I could fetch, play Murktide. That sounds good. I still have a mana up for Stifle, but I also get Murktide. All right, this is quite a wall of things to navigate. The extra blue card is what I wanted here. Now I have Force blue card, Stifle, and Surgical. I'm just not casting a Brainstorm. Let's go. Good luck, have fun. Wow, literally just 3 lands, Dark Ritual, go, dead. I wonder what's in that hand. What hand did they keep? What's going on over there? Unclear. But we are 2-2, playing for the positive record in the final round. Let's do it. In the final round, I am on the draw. I think that's 0 for 5 on die rolls, so if I complain in the future, I've earned it. I'm playing against XX Shwikun X, which is a person who I know I've played recently, and I'm getting combo vibes from. I don't remember exactly what they play, but I think that this Daze Force Brainstorm hand is going to be good against them. Reanimator, maybe? Or it's Oops All Spells, I think, is their deck. Yeah, I'm getting Oops vibes from this opponent. They also mulled a 5. All right, definitely not Oops. Probably Reanimator. All right, playing this island. I'm going to Daze their Entomb. And I'm going to float blue. Daze. I think I want to Brainstorm. Oh, God. Well, that was the nightmare. Missing on a blue card there is pretty unlikely in my mono blue deck with the number of lands that were already in my hand, but I could just lose here because, you know, force a negation that the game is over. JK. Okay, they missed their land drop. I'm going to waste, which commits me to drawing another land I don't want because I couldn't shuffle. God, that was bad. Okay. We're back in business. Please don't draw a mana source before I draw a blue card. I wonder what the count is. Like, who has more... Do they play more mana sources, or do I play more blue cards? It's probably close. Jesus. This is all the lands in my deck. Every single one is here. One more turn and I can hardcast. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Pass the turn. Grief. Pitching Entomb. Alright. So they could strip my force. Joke's on you. My hand was literally not doing anything. Uh-oh. Joke's on me. You had the Lotus Petal. Fuck. Oh, and Dark Ritual. We're just going. Animating. Grizzlebrand. Yep. Okay. Maybe they'll go to 1 life somehow and die to Gut Shot. This is really annoying. I'm not, like, tilted. It's just, like... Go ahead, run the numbers in my 17 land deck about, having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands on turn 5 after a Brainstorm. Yep. Not coming back from that. There was like a world where maybe I could bounce Grizzlebrand and do something, but yeah, cool. You could argue just don't cast the Brainstorm there, save your Force blue card, and I would say you're right in this case, but in general, shut up. If I'm being honest. Okay. The Surgicals are good, the Hearse is good. Hydroblast can hit Faithless Looting and not much else. Stifle can hit a Grizzlebrand activation, or an Animate Dead, or a Grief trigger. I kind of like Stifle. I'm in. I talk myself into it. Gut Shot, real bad here. We have seen the edges of the Gutshot spectrum. We played against both Maverick and Reanimator in this league. We've seen it all. Got to find 2 more cuts here. I'm on the play. I like Daze. Snapcaster is good. Spell Pierce is good. All my cards are good. Ethereal Forager is probably bad. And maybe it is just a Daze. I'm bringing in real cards. I don't need this kind of bad one. I don't mind Vapor Snag, because sometimes you do just have to get a monster out of play. I'll keep this one. There's no interaction, but a lot of Reanimator players do keep a more reactive card in the reactive hand in post-board games. Just a little slower. Check with Thoughtseize first. I could also just fucking die here, but let's take that bet. Unmasked targeting me. Okay, well, they're gonna know. If they kept a turn 1 with protection hand, then they're gonna be good to go here. If this was even 1 turn slow, I'm gonna get to Ponder and Preordain and completely change the texture in my hand. And this is also an argument to not mulligan into Hate, because they're gonna beat it anyway. And like, you just sort of have to hope that they don't have something. I got a winky faced in the chat. That probably means I'm dead. I guess the option is to mull for a hand with 2 pieces of interaction. All right, time to draw Brazen Borrower off the top. All right. I can Ponder into Vapor Snag. Daze. That's not it. Shuffle the deck. Yes, Vapor Snag. I'm gonna have to Preordain and then just die, I guess. All right. Yeah, we've lost this one. So imagine a world where I mulligan that playable hand, and oh good, I have Surgical Extraction in my 5-card hand. Now I'm okay, and my opponent does the exact same thing. I lose that game too. I think it is perfectly reasonable to keep a hand that doesn't have interaction, but does have a pretty good second turn, and just make them have it. And if they have it, they have it. If they don't, then you played right. I don't know. This was just a perfect mull to 6. What can you do? I chose instant. That is the right thing to name. Now I'm going to draw Vapor Snag. Get ready. Okay, Brainstorm. Yep. Opponent played well and drew well, but mostly played well. All right, good games. Is what it is. That's Reanimator. Welcome to Legacy. A 2-3 record to finish it off with Mono Blue Delver. Ledger Shredder was bananas. This card, every time it was in play, I was pretty excited about it. There was the one game where I cast it and it attacked as a 4/6 on like the very next turn. Like I literally cast it and then it connived 3 times before my very next combat phase. That was awesome. I think Mono Blue is weak. This experiment was fun. But I think if you just tuck some number of Ledger Shredders, like somewhere between 2 and 4 Ledger Shredders into Izzet Delver, you're going to have a really good time. Is get Dragon's Rage Channeler to support the crew and turbo out your Murktides, get more card selection, Lightning Bolt, obviously. All the cards, Pyroblast, all the good cards that are in Izzet Delver that I don't need to list them all. But I miss the hell out of Expressive Iteration. The difference between like 4 Preordain and 4 Expressive Iteration in your Delver deck is pretty pronounced. So there were a lot of games where we were like, yeah, we're doing it. And then like, uh-oh. They had Plow. Uh-oh. That was a Solitude. Uh-oh. Okay, now I'm out of gas and can never get back in. This is very much a play from ahead deck. And if you're not ahead, you start to lose. Where Izzet Delver can play from behind and recover and pull ahead. I think Unlicensed Hearse and Ledger Shredder both showed their mettle here as far as cards from the new set that are legacy playable. I will be playing with both of these cards again in the future. I'm not sure what shell they'll be in. Probably Izzet, let's be serious. But very good cards, very cool impact on the format. It's sweet that Mono Blue is even an option. Like the idea that a card exists like Ledger Shredder that's like, wait, what if we don't need Expressive Iteration? Like, wow, because that card should probably be banned, and opting not to play it based on the strength of a standard legal rare is pretty awesome. I'm going to leave this here, though. King of the Depths, thank you for giving me the blank check to play with new cards. I hope this Ledger Shredder feature convinced people that this card is good. I know I ordered my set. If you're going to order yours, use my TCG Player link in the video description. That helps out the channel. If you use that link, bookmark it for future card shopping in general. I would appreciate it. I also appreciate you all sticking with me and watching this video. I'm out of here, and I'll see you for the next one.